So now I'll just start and record everything so that we don't forget. And here we have Michael, gardening, landscape, the Cisco, and Francisca and Mario. And we are going to get a tour and a conversation. And then if you like, I can later show you a conversation with the original owner of this home. She has walked us through the garden.
Sure, she's the one who worked at Mulbach's.
Yes, so we'll do that later. But great, let's get started.
Well, there's a lot of one thing that's really good to do as well is to build up the soil and
Yes.
get a lot of compost
Yes.
and mulch with it to feed the soil and also makes less weeding.
Yes.
And it does a world of good in all cases. So all these living areas close around here could be mulched.
Which mulch would you recommend and from which company?
Well, you could have it delivered in a pile.
Yes.
It can be blown in if you want that done.
Yes.
Or they can just bring a pile and somebody can spread it like Mario.
Yes.
There's Pacific topsoil.
Yes.
Is a pretty good source for Cedar Grove compost. I think has an outlet over by Flower World Nursery.
Yes.
So anyway.
And which kind of mulch and soils would you recommend?
For you right now, I use a fish compost, but I don't think you can get it out here. So if you get a Cedar Grove compost, and then have it dumped in a big pile somewhere in the corner of the lot so that you can use it everywhere.
Yes.
But anyway, I can find out which is the best compost, but that would be a good deal to do.
And how many yards do you think we should get?
I think you should start out with quite a. I mean, you can calculate roughly the square areas that you need, in the area. But I mean, like maybe, I don't know, to start with maybe like 10 yards of it or something.
Yes, I was thinking 12, which is what we got the
Yeah,
last year. And then I spread it along with Hooray.
Yeah, so start with that and have it piled somewhere. And then it will really help all circumstances. You'll have more insect life and more bird life eventually
Yes.
because you're feeding the soil.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's one idea. And then these areas can be made a little more artistic with more group plantings of some shade-tolerant perennials and stuff to make it look really lush, which is already kind of happening. But, and I'm not sure what the deer are eating out here. Do they eat your hostas?
What
The
is
deer?
hostess?
Oh, I'll show you in a minute.
Hortensian, yes.
No, this, I'll show you. But this is a great hydrangea. It's a rare hydrangea macrophylla, which is really a great plant. And then there's a lot that can be done with the planting just to sometimes simplify it, but make it very peaceful and beautiful.
Yeah.
So this is a Persian ironwood. This is native to like Iran, and it has some of the best fall foliage of all trees. So it's very cool, and lots of nice trees. And then I guess I think the edges of these need to be edged sharply, nicely.
The lawn edges.
Yeah, and then some of the a little more invasive plants could maybe be removed, like this one here.
Yeah, I think that is a kind of wheat, right?
Yeah, so we could have it removed and then make a nice edge like it used to be in here.
Yeah.
And then as you feed the soil, the good plants are going to look even better than they did before. So, of course, this is the ground cover here, so you want to save that. But if you could get rid of that stuff
This, yes?
No, the variegated white stuff.
Oh, yes, this, yeah.
Yeah, it's very weedy.
This, yeah. On the 9th, somebody is coming because it's everywhere, and they will,
Oh, they're going to take care of it?
yes.
Okay. The woodland gardens are good. To make things more beautiful, you want to do in groups of like 3 to 5 if you have certain plants. Like this is a hosta right here. More of these can be used around in the shade, just because they're very resilient, and there's many different forms of them. They're pretty easy, and it looks like the deer haven't been eating. This is fine, but this is a little invasive. This is Solomon seal, which is all right for kind of a wild garden, but you want to keep an eye on it because it can get really out of hand.
Oh.
And then that's a beautiful stone back there. It might be that later on you could maybe even make a seat near the stone, and then move these into the shade a little bit, so that you can see that stone.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can get close to the stone, because it's kind of it resonates with kind of a good feeling there. So anyway,
That sounds great.
and then so this is pretty well planted. This rose right here in the winter
Yeah.
can be cut back severely so that it has more healthy new growth. And then you've got really good rhododendrons. These are rare species rhododendrons. So we've got those are nice. These need more sun. These could be moved into the sunshine. They're not getting enough to bloom. So all it does is need to be nicely edged and well weeded. And if there are any problems, you know, to get rid of those. But some of the things haven't been pruned for a while.
Yes.
But you don't have to prune right away. I think the first thing you want to do is get all the weeds out and get mulch into the beds.
Yeah.
And then, we have open hydrangeas, white flowers here. Got a lot of, somebody put a lot of great plants.
This one can be
Cut back,
right?
yeah, severely, so it gets more of a bush.
Yeah.
That's Azara, that's from South America. That bloom is a fragrant little yellow bloom.
Yeah.
It's from Chile, I think. So, I just think this is pretty good. A few things can be done to make it more beautiful, like the planting needs to be a little bit better. You know, with some more charismatic plants that come back every year. But to start with, it would be good to start with the mulch. But some of these things belong in the sun, and over the years they've gotten in the shade.
Yeah.
So here and there, you want to remove the odd plant that's not doing very well. And like this, I usually don't like these too much because they, if they get too much shade, they don't look good. But some things need to be moved. But for now, I think it's a big weeding project to start with. You know. Some nice plants. And the one thing that can be done too is for edible things is that some of the blueberries could also be working on this strip here. You could plant blueberries in the wilder parts of the edges of the garden, and then you'll have a pretty good supply of blueberries if you like for fruit. Oh, this is your sunny spot, huh? Here?
Yeah.
Did you guys clear this all out?
Mario did.
Wow, good job. So this is where it gets the most sun?
Yes.
So this is where you'd want to concentrate your fruit trees. So you have a peach tree there?
Yes.
Yeah,
And I thought maybe that is also the area for vegetables.
Yeah,
because
this
that
would
is
be
the only area where sun comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. And this is. Did you already add compost here?
Last year the mulch we had put it here.
Oh, I see. So
This is where the truck delivered the mulch, and then from here we distributed to everywhere else.
yeah. Well, you could do that one more time.
Yes. That could be an annual thing.
Yeah, and if you treat the soil right, that lends a very, over time, almost a mystical quality to the garden because the soil is alive. You need to bring it back to life. And then that works its way up into the insects and the birds and everything. And you can feel it, when the soil's been cared for, there's a certain feeling that kind of comes up from the earth.
The organic living quality, like you see in the Olympic rainforest.
Yeah, exactly. And so you have to kind of work with a while to get that restored.
Yes.
That would be the main thing. That's a real secret to having a good healing feeling around.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, yeah, and I also know a place where you can get really good quality fruit and berry trees.
Yes.
And some are more unusual, and some are from Europe, some are from Asia.
Yes.
Some of the more unusual ones.
Like Asian pear would be good.
Yeah.
Mango, of course, won't grow here, but that's another awesome fruit. That's too tropical for here.
I grew a papaya. There's one
Yes.
papaya that
Does
was
it grow in the
here.
Washington state?
Yeah, there
A
is
bus.
one that will grow, but you have to kind of put it under shelter for the winter.
Yes.
It's one, it's
One
interesting,
species.
it's an oddity, but this would be good to have. Eventually, maybe make some beds for your vegetables and
Yes.
salads and things. And you can do raised beds.
Yes.
Here, and you can maybe do the no-till method where you make your raised beds and put compost on the top and then plant
Yes.
directly into it.
Yes.
But anyway, I'll give you a source to you can get a catalog from Rain Tree Nursery and kind of
Yes.
both.
There's the one in Centralia or Olympia.
Exactly, yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
in Morton, Washington.
Yes.
And that way you can select really good forms of each fruit. Because if you go to like Home Depot or whatever, they don't really have the best fruit trees there. So you want to be careful and get your fruit trees, buy them really carefully.
Yes. And here are a couple of plums. The deer have eaten these, but you can see those two sticks.
The deer have been nibbling.
Yes.
The deer loves it.
Yeah.
Did the county come and spray poison in here?
No.